Born on May 18, 1970, he is affectionately known as Sambo to his family, friends, colleagues, and to the Taclobanons. He is a dynamic public servant to his constituents, a responsible businessman to his clients, and a devoted church leader to his congregation. He is a faithful husband to his loving wife, Kathleen Chan, and a responsible father to his beloved children, Janine, Jeremy, and Justin. He is a class valedictorian during his elementary at Leyte Progressive High School. He is also a class salutatorian during his secondary level at Leyte Progressive High School. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology at the University of the Philippines Visayas Tacloban College. He is also a graduate of Master of Divinity at the Biblical Seminary of the Philippines. He served as a youth pastor at Cebu Gospel Church in 1993, and he is also a pastor of Tacloban Christian Church. He ran unopposed as Punong Barangay of Barangay 40 Anibong, Tacloban City in 2002. He was a city councilor of Tacloban for 3 consecutive terms and has authored the most number of regulatory ordinances and proposed the most significant resolutions in the history of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. He is the first and only city councilor from Tacloban and Region 8 to have ever won the national winner of the Outstanding Councilors of the Philippines 2012. He served as Vice-Mayor of Tacloban for 3 consecutive terms and is the first and only Vice-Mayor of Tacloban to run and win as an independent candidate. Under his superb leadership as the Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, the Sangguniang Panlungsod has been awarded as 2015 Most Outstanding Sangguniang Bayan Council in Region 8 and was also awarded the Regional Champion of the Local Legislative Awards.
How do you manage your time as a public servant, entrepreneur, a parent, pastor, and a husband?
Well, you only have a limited time each day. So what you can do is not really to balance, but to prioritize. Since I cannot do everything all at the same time, I really have to prioritize. So I do my time by prioritization.
Do you believe in the saying, politics is dirty? Yes or no, and why?
Well, politics is dirty, yes. So when you put your personal interests over and above the common good of the people, that is politics. When you try to do your own personal agenda, that is dirty politics. But then when you do good, then for me politics is not dirty. But then for many people, they keep on complaining that politics is dirty, yet they don't do anything but complain. So for me, yes, politics is dirty. So we have to be in politics to be able to clean it up.
So how did you know your calling was to be a public servant?
At first, I really don't know that will be my calling. I always wanted to be the pastor of the church. But then God opens doors for me and allowed me to become not just a pastor of the church, but to become a public servant in a community and in a city for that matter.
What challenges or difficulties did you have to go through to realize your true calling?
Well, there will always be doubts and self-doubt, especially where you feel that you are inadequate, you are not trained for it, and you see that really politics is dirty, and you don't want to ruin your reputation as a person. But then you have to take the risk, and that's the difference. And you have to say that this is my calling. To serve the people. God has put in my heart, really to have that heart to serve, especially the unfortunate ones, the poor, those who cannot help themselves. And I feel that I've been called to be the voice of the voiceless as well. So to stand up for them, to uplift their lives, to empower them, and most especially to inspire them to be the best version of themselves.
Have you ever received any criticism from others that hindered you from pursuing your calling? If so, how did you overcome this and still pursue with your calling?
When I entered politics, my background was a pastor. So people say, especially the other candidates, they say, he should just leave politics to the politicians. But then if we do that, I thought, politics will continue to be dirty and will even become dirtier. So I said that, why not try going into politics? Because at the end, the goal of both ministry in the church or in the community is service. So I did that, denying at the same time ignoring the criticisms.
Oh, so what qualities should a good public servant embody?
Well, for me, you have to know that when you go into public service, you are there. One is service. Number two, it is for the public, not for your own private interests, ambitions, or agenda. So, for me, my motto is when you're in politics, you are there. Number one is to lead. At the same time, you are there to serve, not to be served by others, but to serve others. And that's the thing I bring in to politics and public life.
So what are some long-term goals that you want to accomplish for Tacloban City, and what are you going to do to achieve them?
Well, my long-term plan really is for this city to be able to rise up, to be able to join the other cities in the country as a city that all of us can be proud of, a city that provides equal opportunities for everyone, not just for the rich, but especially for the poor. That everyone will have equal access to the services of the government, that they have the equal access to education, then equal opportunity to be able to better themselves, not just for him, her, but for the whole family. I think this city as a whole, Tacloban City, my goal really is a city wherein people are educated, wherein people have equal opportunities to be able to rise above poverty. That is my dream for this city, and I am doing it through education. I believe in education. If we are able to educate the present generation, I'm sure the future will be brighter and better for our city.
Thank you.
Thank you.